So in this one, like I promised you, I'm going to explain to you what it is exactly that PHP is as a company. It essentially helps families with their finances by reducing or eliminating risk in the event that they should live too short or live too long. So hopefully what I'm going to do through this video is explain to you what exactly it is that. So if you look over here on the right hand side behind me, there's going to be a list of about 6 items that it is that we do in particular, what it is that I am doing with the company of PHP. So what I'm doing is I am helping families with not only 401k rollovers, but IRAs and Roth IRAs, life insurance, long-term care, annuities, and debt settlement. So of those 6, I want you to kind of think to yourself, which ones are you most familiar with, or which ones have you heard before? I'm going to kind of walk you through some that I usually hear that people are somewhat familiar with. The first one being 401ks. Most people have at least heard of this term, or they probably have one, or they know somebody that has one. What we do is we help people with 401k rollovers, and we give you a little bit of education on how to properly structure those. If you have one, great. What I will tell you is that to current date, there's roughly $4.6 trillion that people have in 401ks as a form of retirement. So with that being said, the potential to roll those over into a different account where it might be a little bit less exposed to the market presents a huge opportunity for you to make some money. Anytime that wealth is transferred, there's an opportunity to make a little bit of money there. So there's definitely an opportunity there. The second one, like I said, IRAs and Roth IRAs are becoming more and more familiar with people and a little bit more popular in this current state. So that's usually something that people are familiar with. Life insurance. A lot of the time people kind of have an idea of how life insurance works. They think that they know how it works. What I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to give you an in-depth look at essentially the 3 different types of life insurance, how they work, and I give you explain some kind of myths and misconceptions that there are associated with those. So that'll be a great video for you to go ahead and watch as well. Another one is annuities, which I kind of look at as retirement insurance. Essentially what it does is it hedges your bets that you will not run out of money if later on in life. So it's a beautiful thing. I will be making a video specifically tailored to annuities itself later on. So give me a moment. I will get that out to you as soon as possible. Another thing that people are usually kind of have heard of, or at least they hope to hear about, is some sort of debt settlement. The average household has 3.5 credit cards that is accrued up to roughly $16,000. $16,000. So we help people with some sort of debt settlement, whether that be student loan debt, which I know a lot of people that have some student loans sitting out there, credit card debt, as well as medical debt. So anything in any of those companies, any of those directions that you have questions about, feel free to reach out to me either in the comment section by contacting me via my email or telephone number, and I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you come up with those. Now, with that said, I want to make something very clear to you. PHP is not an insurance company, nor is it a financial institution. What we do is we represent some insurance and financial institutions that I'm sure you're very familiar with, whether it be AIG, MetLife, Mutual of Omaha, Allianz, John Hancock. The list goes on and on. We have roughly about 30 that we work with in particular. The beautiful thing about us is that we're a brokerage for those. So we don't work for those companies in particular. So with that being said, we have the ability to offer the services of all of them, which I like because I kind of came up with this as an analogy. If you do decide to pursue a career with us, you're more than welcome to steal this, but I thought this was great. Essentially, I have a family member, I'm not going to call anybody out, that has a slightly wider foot. So this person growing up never ever bought Nikes because Nikes are traditionally made a little bit more narrow. So if you go into a Nike store and if they were to go in there and they wanted to buy a shoe, they would essentially never find a shoe that was specifically made to fit their foot. Same thing is kind of true in life insurance. If I work for one company, if you come in and I only have A, B, and C, then I can only offer you A, B, and C, then we're going to try and find the best one out of A, B, and C to fit you, and we're going to try and sell you that one. On the other side of that coin, if this person were to go into Nordstrom's and they were looking for shoes, and let's say that they couldn't find anything in this brand, then the salesperson would be able to then go to different brands, and they might come up with an Echo that was specifically made for wider feet. Then they might be able to find a shoe that actually fit them. Same thing is kind of true when you look at brokerages. When we have a list of almost 30 companies that we work with, then I can find something in particular that does work for you. So that's the beautiful thing about working at a brokerage. That's definitely an advantage for a company such as PHP, is that we do have such a wide list of options for you. The next thing is, a lot of you are probably starting to think to yourself, okay, so in the first video you mentioned that this could potentially be a business opportunity. How is this working out for you as a business opportunity? Currently I am building my business not only out here in California, but I use a platform called Zoom that's very similar to GoToMeeting, where I actually do roughly somewhere between 15 and 20 appointments a week with people all over the country. I have a couple guys on my team, one of them being in Dallas, that I speak to on a daily basis. A lot of people I'm talking to in the St. Louis area, I'm going to step away from the company. I'm going to explain my goal and my vision, which is kind of big, and I definitely have high expectations for myself, but I see no reason that in the next year that I wouldn't have an office open in the St. Louis area. There's definitely a large market for it. I'm going to share a map with you very quickly to kind of give you an idea. The company is growing at a very rapid rate, so there's definitely an opportunity here. It started off back in 2008 with one office in Northridge, California. There were 66 agents working out of there. At this point, fast forward 8 years later, we have more than 56 offices in 49 states with almost 4,000 agents. So as you can see, we're definitely a rapidly growing company and firm, and we're looking for people that are looking for opportunity, that want to add something. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there that at the end of the month, there's just not enough money to kind of go around. So we're providing people with an opportunity to bring in an extra stream of income that could in the future be kind of a passive income that they'll always kind of be able to take with them. So that's what we're doing here. So with this, I want to see a lot of people win. I see, if you look at that map, there's not much representation in that Southern Illinois area, and then even moving back across the Midwest. A lot of it is in the South and out here in California, so there's definitely an opportunity for us to make this a big thing. If you do come onto my team, I can promise you that I'm going to work with you on a day-to-day basis, and I'm going to push you, because I do want to see people win with this. I want to see something great happen here. So please go ahead and watch the next video. In that one, I'm going to give you a little bit better of an overview of how it is that the company works and explain the business opportunities aspect of it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Definitely like, subscribe to my page that I'm going to have on YouTube. Go ahead, have a great day. Thank you.